don't like girls.
Suck my fat one!
So what the hell did we just watch? Let's talk about Stranger Things finale, because the more you actually think about it, the less it holds it together. And I don't mean I didn't like the ending, I mean basic cause and effect collapse under even minimal scrutiny. Number 1, Vecna's trauma memory makes no sense. The finale hinges on the idea that Vecna is weakened by a painful childhood memory, except he explicitly tells us earlier that he was never corrupted by the hive mind. He never controlled it never controlled him, he chose to join it, which means the memory should represent his awakening, his liberation, his ideological victory. So why is it framed as a source of fear or weakness? If that memory defines the moment he embraced his worldview, then it should empower him, not destabilize him. You can have at the same time, this is what I fear, so Max here is safe for 2 years, and this is what I chose. Number 2, the Callie I was dead the whole time illusion is catastrophically stupid. Let's break this down carefully because it's worse the more you think about it. Callie pretends to be dead, doesn't participate in the final fight. Don't worry, you'll be alright girl, you don't need my power, you have something stronger, a power of friendship. And then only projects as an illusion of 11 so she can escape. That means she chose not to help in final fight. 11 Mike is interacting is Callie's illusion. So when the Mike kisses 11, yeah, that's Callie, which is already insane, but it gets worse. The building Callie is supposed to be hiding explodes 2 minutes earlier. You can track it, explosion happens, illusion continues afterwards. So either Callie survived an explosion that kills trained soldiers instantly, or the illusion continues with no physical source, or Elle runs so far away she continued it herself, even though we've seen she cannot move when one dot thing is on, let alone 3 at the same time. Either way, the scene breaks its own rules. This isn't clever misdirection, it's a sloppy continuity wrapped in an emotional manipulation. Number 3, no Demogorgs, no bats, no payoff. Remember Demogorgs, the bats that killed Eddie, the creatures that defined the upside down threat? Gone. The finale, the apparently all season 5 drops them entirely, which retroactively makes Eddie's death feel pointless. If the creatures that killed him are irrelevant to the endgame, then his sacrifice wasn't a part of larger strategy, it was just for a shock value. In the horror show, monsters disappearing before the finale is not escalation, it's deflation. Number 4, the final fight has no rules. What even is the big bad at this point? Is it a physic entity, physical organism, a collective consciousness, a single boss monsters? Because the fight treats it like Dragon Ball power scaling, Attack on Titan spectacle, Power Rangers parody, and the video game raid boss. Abilities fluctuated based on the scene's need, threat level resets between cuts, there's no established ceiling or cost, which means there is no tension, just noise. He's just standing there and letting them shoot him. Vecna loses to cardio. At a certain point the finale accidentally implies that Vecna is slower than children. A man exhausted from running is physically stronger than him. Holly has to turn back because Derek is tired. Vecna, a psychic demigod, cannot catch them, and he even loses the tug of war to tired dipshit Derek. This isn't strategy, this is a power scaling collapse. If the villain can be outrun by traumatized teenagers, he's not an existential threat. Teleporting up the mountain. Characters reach the top of mountain in what appears to be seconds. No traversal, no setup, no time passage. Editing does not replace geography. This is a recurring problem in modern television. Distance exists only when it's convenient. Will powers arbitrarily shuts off. Will feels Vecna getting shot earlier. Feel his pain constantly. Is emotionally and physically linked. Until the final 5 minutes. No explanation, no interference, no payoff. The ability disappears because acknowledging it would complicate the scene. Everyone lives, stakes die. This is a horror show, and yet every main character survives. No meaningful loss, no irreversible consequences. Even Max just started skateboarding again. A horror without consequences is just cosplay. The military just leaves. Let's not ignore the elephant in the room. The group interfered with the military operation, killed multiple soldiers, actively sabotage an armed response. Then 11 disappears and the military response is, oh well, guess that's over. As a matter of fact, you are promoted. You're a chief of police now. We know official story is that you died in that fire years ago, but enjoy. No arrest, no interrogation, no consequences. This isn't realism, it's a narrative amnesia. Now it's time to some honorable mentions. Robin's girlfriend just disappeared. Ted somehow survived. Where are Derek's parents? They were drugged and kidnapped.
You're just a psycho and you're going to jail!
How did Derek get through that small hole? Max struggled through it and she is way thinner than him. How did Max graduate on time while being in coma for 2 years? What happened to that L double that got caught at the beginning of a season? What happened to those pregnant ladies? What happened to Never Ending Story Susie? What happened that air was so toxic mentioned in the first seasons? No mention about the clock importance. Max not surprised Hopper is alive. What happened to Dr. K, demagogue that can be stopped by a drunk woman with broken glass but not by bullets traveling 1000 miles an hour? No one slept or eaten anything for like 3 days in a row. Max not running to the exit after what happened last time. That grey glue not hurting them too but destroying stairs and ceilings. And where did it came from? Why did it stop? How did he get that stone? Coming out scene in the middle of preparing for the fight of their lives and he makes it all about himself. What did he think? The mic would be like, oh gross, I regret risking my life for you. I wouldn't do it if I knew you were gay.
Elle's not stupid. It's not my fault you don't like girls.
Conclusion, a finale that collapses under scrutiny. People will say you overthinking it. No, this is just basic thinking. Stranger Things didn't end badly because it was dark or sad. It ended badly because it abandoned internal logic in favor of emotional shortcuts. When everything is about feeling and nothing is about function, you don't get a climax. You get the slideshow of moments pretending to be story. And that's the real tragedy here.